by the way, I forgot to mention, I built a chorus plant farm. Hey there everyone, my name is GamePar and welcome back to another episode on the InfinityCraft server. In the last episode, we were installing the nether portals, which you can see behind me. There are 4 of them and they are pretty amazing. And we've got a little bit of a nether hub set up in the nether so that we can get from one end to the other and we can get up here pretty quickly without having to use rockets. But you can also see that there is a ring of junky blocks that is starting to take shape up here. This is not permanent. This is just scaffolding, and I am using what I consider to be junky blocks for this, because then once I get rid of it, if they fall down to the bottom and they despawn, I really don't care. And I'm using granite and diorite because I don't have any dirt to lay down. So this is what we're doing. I am laying down a ring of scaffolding so that I can go along here and I can add 3 or 4 more layers of the shell to this so that it kind of comes down a little bit further and will give a little bit more of the look that I am going for under what will be the shell floor to this whole base. So I want the curve to come down a little bit lower and a little bit further in, and we'll do something really cool with some lighting just in behind the shell where the floor meets the walls here. So that is what I'm currently working on, but I want to show you that I've gotten the casement for the nether portals all completed. So let's take a quick fly around here, and you can see that all of these are looking the same now, and I've also added some end rods just to light it up a little bit. So you won't see this all open when it's done. These are going to be 4 main central hallways that will come into the center here. Let's see if I can hop on. Oh, I missed it. I keep missing it. They will come to, maybe here or so, and then there'll be some sort of great room. I'll need to get some sort of circular design, or maybe we'll just mirror that circle up there and you'll be able to walk around and see the beams doing their thing. I think that's going to be kind of really cool. So yeah, this is looking super cool, having all 4 of these looking the same. They are looking really fantastic. And I'm dealing with some spawnage going on here. That's not going to be too good. I did die. I had a creeper explode somewhere around there on one of these portals and took out a side of the base. So I had to repair that work. So we're gonna have to be really careful about the creepers. The problem was I didn't have my volume on because of these stupid portals, and I haven't had any chance yet to investigate what I can do to turn off the sound on those portals. So that's what happened. I had my sound turned off, and I didn't hear him go and then explode. I just found out that he exploded, and I was so close to dying, and I flew away, and I hit one of these end rods and died to kinetic energy. So yeah, that's what happened. So I'm going to continue putting down this scaffolding, and we're going to work on getting the shell lowered a little bit. So what's up top here will mirror down below, and that'll create a lip coming down a little bit lower, which will just give that little detail that I'm looking for. I've taken a few minutes and taken a few precautions. I took a whole pile of end rods and I've lit up the bottom down here as much as I possibly could. There's still a few dark areas, but that place down there underneath the base was just an incredible mob fest. And if I had to run down there to pick something up, or if I fell off and died, getting my stuff back was next to impossible just because of all of the mobs that were spawning down there. So it is a little bit safer down there now that I have dumped loads and loads and stacks upon end rods down there. So that should keep things a little safer. Health and safety, everybody. Health and safety. If there's one feature of Minecraft 1.14 that I'm looking for, it is definitely the pandas. No, it's not. It's the scaffolding. I'm looking forward to the scaffolding. Yeah. This has taken every single bit of junk block that I have, and I had to break into my smooth stone Yeah, it's taken a lot of time to put in this stone ring, which will just have to be taken down. Also, for health and safety reasons, I have placed an edge of end rods all the way around, just to protect against mob spawns. So, the next step is to open up my online application, punch in my numbers for the shape, and figure out the next few layers of shell that I want to build up. I might also have to go do some concrete grinding over at the concrete factory, because I don't think that I've got enough to do this. There we have the shell extended down. I think that's probably a good level to have it at. Now, I've been wondering about the colors of the beacons because I need to put some lighting in around the bottom lip underneath those portals where kind of in between where the lip of the shell is going to be and the floor, and I want to put the lighting in and then glass it up so that it looks a little colored, but I want that to match whatever color the beacons are going to be, so I need to figure out what color they're going to be. So let's rotate through a few colors and see which one we like the best. So first up is the magenta. Next color up is the purple, which I think would be kind of cool because it sort of matches the end portal. Did I just say end portals? I meant the nether portals, force fields that we're using. And purple does fit in with the whole end theme since this thing is ripping into the ground and creating a void way down there. So that could be kind of cool. There's one more color I want to try out. And of course, the third color I wanted to try out was red, but I think the red might be a little bit too intense. Now, what happens if I put orange glass on top of the red or purple glass on top of the red? Does that change it? I don't know. I'm here. Let me fly away and do the whole flyback thing and see what I think. I think the red's probably going to be too intense. We might be going with the purple. Yeah, I think the purple, since it's going to match everything else, might be what we want to do here. Yeah. Unless I change my mind, I think we're probably going with the purple. I was thinking about this multicolored, multi-shaded version 2, which I'm using by stacking different colors of glass on top of each other, but I don't like it. I think we're going with purple. So for better or worse, purple is what we're going to go with. So the next thing that I need to do is to get rid of that ugly block ring all the way around here. Plus we are still getting some mob spawning. Then I need to light up some of the areas around here. Actually, no, I don't need to do that, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ring of sea lanterns in, which is going to create the light source, and then we're going to cover it with the purple glass. And that's going to make a purple glow all the way around, and that's kind of going to be, I think, our engine. That's what's going to be keeping this thing hovering far above here, because obviously if it's just sitting here in the air, it's a physics fail, but if there's some sort of engine that's running it, then that's what it's going to be. So there's going to be a ring of purple glow all the way around, which is going to be tucked in under the lip of the floor, and I think that's going to give off a really cool effect. So my job, which you really don't want to see probably, is get rid of the ring and put in the sea lanterns and the glass. So as you can see, that scaffolding is all gone. I am so glad it's gone. It was quite a bit of work to get it out of there, and I lost a ton of blocks. That's why I was using junk blocks. But now it's time to move on to getting the light ring in place. As you can see, we definitely need it because we are getting mob spawns all over the place. What I was thinking was that I had an idea. Originally, and let me get rid of these mobs because they could give us a little bit of grief there. Okay, adios. Wiedersehen, so long, farewell. Wiedersehen, adieu. I do not own copyright to that song at all. Alright, so this is the level of the floor. So you'll walk in through the force field, and this is the level that you're going to be at. Originally, my idea was that the black floor that will form the underbelly of this base would start right here, but I'm thinking if I start it here, especially since I've got this extra lip, and I like how it kind of curves in a little bit here, I can install lighting in the middle level and cap it off on the black floor level with purple glass, which will tie everything in. So the sea lantern will have a bit of a purple glow if I cap it off with purple glass. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go down, I'm going to go get some black concrete. I do have some sea lanterns. I've got almost, I've got a little over 3.5 stacks. That's not going to be enough, so we're going to have to make a trip to the store and pick up some extra sea lanterns. But that'll be enough to get at least started on this project. So, floor, gap, underbelly, I think is how we're going to work it. And we're going to insert that ring of sea lanterns right into the floor and keep everything nice and flush. So, let me run off and get the supplies. I'm going to do a bit of an example, and then I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, because me explaining it is nowhere near as good as just showing you. So, essentially, I've decided that I really don't like the look of this. It's not really doing a whole lot for this build at all. So, what I'm going to do, I might just sneak in some sea lanterns along the edge here, and then just cover that up, and we'll see what that looks like. But this whole idea about it being hidden up in really isn't working, so I'm just going to get rid of all that. You know, I'm not sure I like this either. I wonder if it would look better just with a ring of sea lanterns around. That might be the ticket. I just don't like how some of these pieces of glass are sticking out, and you still get the sea lantern color. It's just kind of muted. You really don't get that purple color. So let's remove the glass here and see what we think. Yep, I think that's better. It's not purple, but I think that's going to be much better overall. So I'm going to get the line of sea lanterns going all the way around. I have no idea how many that's going to take, but we'll get that in there. That'll help with spawns like this guy right here. Oh, and just an interesting note, I did some experimentation. I've got Unbreaking 3 on my bow, so there are 69 more durability left. Multiply that by 5, and that's how many more shots I have left on this bow. So I was curious whether I needed to repair it right away, because it doesn't have mending, so I need to repair it with another bow, and you can only do that so many times, I believe, before it becomes too expensive to repair. So I want to make sure I get all the use out of it I can, so that's basically what I figured out. So, alright, let's get some sea lanterns going. And you know what? This might be interesting as a third-person time-lapse. Let's go! What I want to talk to you about in today's Fast Chat is the biggest issue I've had building this base to date, and that is the mob spawnage all the way around. From mob spawning like mad on the very top, mob spawning on the ground below in the shadows of the base. I mean, I had to put countless stacks of end rods all over the place under the base to light it up enough that mobs weren't going to be spawning all over the place. Mobs spawning on all of these ledges inside the base and just all over the place. All these sea lanterns are going in place to mitigate the whole spawnage of mobs. And I've got to tell you, I was getting set up to do this time lapse, and I'm getting both of my computers out, and I've got my laptop open that I'm actually going to play on. I've got my desktop PC open where I'm recording on with my camera account, and when I have the two computers open, I always get confused which keyboard, mouse, etc., and I always go to the wrong thing for the screen that I'm looking at. You know, you would think that even though the keyboard is on a laptop, for that you would understand, but no. I get them. I try using my keyboard for my PC when I'm looking at my MacBook, and I try using my mouse for my MacBook when I'm looking at my PC screen. I get them confused all the time. And what happened is, as I'm getting all set up, I've got the two computers out, and it's a little confusing what I'm doing, and there pops down a creeper, and I can see this right in front of me, and I'm like, I don't know which mouse to use, I don't know what keyboard to use, I'm not sure what I'm doing, and I'm like panicking, and I'm like all over the place, and it explodes. Doesn't kill me, but it bursts a huge hole in the side of the base. And fixing that was just a huge frustration. So after that time lapse, we've got all those sea lanterns in place. So we went through all the sea lanterns that I had in hand, and I had to go and get 6 more from the store. Now, they did say that they were free, but I left diamonds in their place because yeah, I just think that it's good to pay for them. So they are fully lining this. Next up, I think we are going to start working on the underbelly that's going to be under the main hallway floor. So I want to have some strips of sea lanterns, or maybe strips of end rods, I'm not sure, that are going to be underneath and hidden with perhaps the purple or just the sea lanterns. I'm not sure. I wasn't quite happy with the way that the glass looked before, but we'll have to play around with it. So, time to get playing around with that. Let's get some black concrete going on. And we are going to start off. Now, the only... okay, so one of the problems we're going to quickly run into is that this line here that I've got going on is going to be too low, too high up to be able to build this from the bottom, which means we're going to have to build this from the top or build out another scaffold out this way. Okay, let me sort that out and we'll come back. So we're up top here. We're going to lay down a little bit of black concrete along this edge. What I'm thinking here is that we're going to use some of the end rods to light this thing up. And let's see, let's get this right on the right spot. There we go. Do an even side up this way. And, okay, better add some more over on this side. Now, what I think I'm going to do is go a few blocks, leave a space for end rods, and then I'm going to put down a block. No, there's just one block, right? Okay. And then we're going to put end rods kind of in between these sections. So let's get some of this in and see just how this is going to look. Man, it's really hard to see on this black concrete, but okay. There we go. My thought is kind of like fluorescent lights with these end rods. So, let's see. What do you think? If we I can't get up here. Okay, let's see if I can just try to aim that. No, okay. Let's see what we can do to get on top of here. We'll just build some blocks up, hop on, and place some black blocks on top so that we can't see through. That should give us a decent effect. You know, hopefully I'm not going to dig down into this area from above. But let's see. Okay, not too bad. What happens if we stretch this out just a little bit? From underneath? Okay, not too bad. Kind of hard to see, I think. But, yeah, you know, this is just so hard to kind of figure out what you want to do here. With the lighting, just kind of really hard to see from down there. But, man, I'm just so indecisive. So I got a good stretch of this area done, and I had to come up here and put some lighting up here because this was becoming a spawn platform for mobs, and there's one of the ones that spawned and has still survived. Have a nice fall. Enjoy your trip. All right, let's head out here and see what this... Oh, I didn't really need to use a rocket there. See what this looks like, and I'm really more curious what it looks like from down below. Let's get all the way down here without dying of kinetic energy. And okay, that's kind of cool. It's a little bit of light, and it's a bit you know, I really don't know what to think about it. Yeah. I mean, it's such a minor detail from down here. I'm really going to have to see it in context of everything else, I think. So, I'm going to go ahead and just grind this out and see what happens. It's going to be a lot of work to fix if I don't like it. You know, I went up there, replaced the end rods with these things. The sea lanterns, and put the purple over top. And I think that looks better as far as the stream is concerned. Yeah. I think that's gonna look better than the end rods. Let's see if we can just kind of take off and get up here. I mean, it's not fully purple, and maybe... I wonder. How much I've got a little bit of purple glass left. What happens if... Well, I can get rid of these because the sea lanterns are helping out. But what if I put in some more purple glass here? And let the white... I'm gonna just have to do this here. Let the white kind of frame that out. What does that look like? Let's see. Not sure what I think about that. Maybe if it's... Let's get down here a little bit more. Maybe. Makes it a little bit thicker. What if we do that for 3 in a row? Or just to save on the sea lanterns a little bit, we do a sea lantern every 3? Maybe? Let me see what I think about that. You know, that could work, and it would save me on some resources. Yeah, if I take that 3 wide, that should give 2 nice... Or I could just do... I could do a central... Now I'm thinking I might want a central purple and then fill black in on the rest. You know, I just can't decide what I want. So I've got this new idea. Boy, you know, things never quite go as you plan them. But I've got this new idea where I've got end rod sandwiched between purple glass and the white concrete above, which I think is just going to help accentuate the glass. So the big test is, what does it look like from down here? So let's get perched and look up. And you know what? I think that could work. Now the question is, do I do it just for the crossbeam sections, or do I do it for the whole thing? If I do it just for the crossbeam sections, then I will have black in the centers. Like maybe I do this just underneath the hallways, and then the rest of it's just blacked out. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to play around with that again, I guess, a little bit. So I think I might have stumbled on something that works. So the idea is to bring this curved section here just so it doesn't look quite so straight, and then these will come in here. This is several blocks wide of glass, and then the white concrete of the floor above, and it's just lit with the end rods between the white concrete and the purple glass. So I think that's probably the way it's going to go, and then the rest of it is going to be black. And the inspiration really is this lit up section above that you can see from down here. I think it looks kind of cool. So that's what we're going to go with, at least to try it out. And by try it out, I mean it's probably going to stick, because, I mean, who wants to build all of that and have to pull it all out and redo it? I mean, yeah, if I do it, it's probably gonna stick. So I think that's gonna be the winning design. I'm gonna have to work on it in between episodes here, but I think that is all the time we have for today. If you've enjoyed the video today, please make sure that you hit that like button. If you're new to my channel or haven't done so yet, make sure that you hit that subscribe button today and make me, a very happy GamePar. Apparently, I don't know how to do this in third person. As always, make sure you take a few moments and check out the YouTube channel. This is so hard to fly. Check out the YouTube channels of the other InfinityCraft members. It's well worth your time to check them out. But for now, this has been GamePar, playing on the InfinityCraft server. Have a great day, everyone. Can you say subscribe?